able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, so what is the agenda for the today? So we will be dealing with intelligent enterprise. What exactly this intelligent enterprise is? We will see SAP BTP overview. What exactly this BTP terms is? What exactly this BTP concept is? We will also learn about SAP Integration Suite, SAP Extension Suite, and as we are going to start first with SAP Extension Suite, we are going to go a bit of deep dive here. Okay, so we will go more focus here because Integration Suite we will do on the last third day, so that is later down the line. But still, we will see what exactly this suite do. But the deep dives will be done by today, and then we will have some Q&A as well. Okay, so what is intelligent enterprise? So as of most of you are doing some PM, ABAP, and all these topics, right? So you might have learned that when you are developing classical programming models and all these things, right? The classical ABAP extensions on your on-premise. So what does that do? It mostly is a very plain programming language. So there is no intelligent technologies related to your program. What does that mean by intelligent technologies? That you application doesn't have any kind of artificial intelligence or machine learning or IoT features. One example, let's suppose you are doing some sales order process and your sales order process automatically recommends some vendor based on your plan code, material code. Okay, so such type of scenarios where you have intelligent artificial capabilities, okay, right now you can see generative AI capability, you can see chat GPT's features here, okay, lot more things, right? That is known as basically intelligent enterprise. So basically you are creating an enterprise application which is quite intelligent to leverage your business process and operation. Okay, and that is what SAP strategy is, okay, the vision is. So the whole idea is to make your application, to make your business process quite intelligent using artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, and analytics to make your business process smarter, more efficient, and responsive. Now, if you have understand what is intelligent technologies, then you will definitely know what is BTP. So when I'm saying that, hey, I please develop intelligent technology, then you are saying that, hey, definitely I have to implement this artificial intelligence and all this machine learning capability. But the question arises, where? You cannot do it on your on-premise system because there is no such capability you can leverage there. So there should be one platform, right, which can provide you with all those tools. Okay, if I will ask and explain you in a simple term, that platform is known as SAP Business Technology Platform, which is SAP BTP. So this platform, right, integrates application development, automation, data management, analytics, planning, integration, and AI capability into a unified environment. Unified means single environment designed specifically for SAP application. Okay, so the how these platform are getting so much power? They are not SAP has not developed this platform from the scratch. They are using the power of the major cloud providers like Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, etc. And with those platform, right, they have created on top of that their own BTP platform. So before beneath the BTP platform, there is a lot of cloud providers which are creating this power. So infrastructure are providing by them, and then BTP uses those infrastructure and get the platform ready for you. Okay. So you will see there are a lot of you can say workflows, templates, AI services which are available. And the good thing is that you don't need to be always a developer. Okay, so it's always a citizen developer or business developer. Like for example, a person maybe Nilesh doesn't have, I don't think Nilesh will be doing much coding in his day-to-day life. He's a mostly a business process guy, right? So if for Nilesh he don't wants to do coding, it doesn't mean that he don't need a BTP. He can develop its own tool using lot of no code feature like build apps, build process automation, and then he can use his extension and AI feature in his application. Okay, so if I say again, BTP, what it will do, it has assembling all the component. essential for making your application intelligent enterprise. Clear? Do you have any question here?
No.
Did you did you understand intelligent technologies? Can anybody explain me right now what is intelligent technologies? Any one of you, and how it is related to SAP BTP?
It is a unified place where we have everything integrated with the
Voice is quite low.
uh, maybe I need to change my laptop, but I will do it tomorrow. Uh, it's a single point where you have all the technologies integrated and all the data is encapsulated in a single place.
Yes, yes. Very good. Now come to the another aspect. What? Sorry. Okay, so now what is business technology platform? Let's see on a higher level. So if you see here, right? If you see here this point, business technology platform, you have four segments. One is an AI feature, one is a data analytics, one is an integration, one is an app development. Please remember this because this is the most important part we are going to do. Technology platform BTP, four parts: AI, data analytics, integration, and app development. On top of the BTP, there are multiple pre-built models which has already been developed, like enterprise resource management, spend management like Concur and all this, in human capital management like SuccessFactors and all these tools, customer relationship management like CRM and all these tools. And then on top of that, you as a developer or customer support partner can leverage these tools and develop your own industry specific end-to-end business process, which will in the end become an intelligent and sustainable enterprise. Okay. So once again, I will repeat. So business technology platform has four parts. One is an application development, second one is an integration, third one is a data and analytics, and the fourth one is an AI. Now just imagine that you have a BTP platform, you are doing the development. So of course you can do development here. But SAP provides you a very ready-made built model as well, like enterprise resource management, spend management, human capital management, and customer relationship management. You leverage those features and develop your own industry-specific end-to-end business process, which finally been consumed by the consumer. Let's go and see how I can segregate these four parts which I was explaining to you, right? Database and data management. You can see analytics, you can see application development and integration, and intelligent technologies. If I divide these four major part into three subsections, it will come into these three pictures. One is an integration, one is a data where to value second, and the last one is an extensibility. Now, what is integration? So integration, as the word denotes, like it helps to achieve your integrated business process. So you have multiple business systems affiliated here and there, segregated, maybe SAP system or non-SAP system, cloud system, non-cloud system. These all can be achieved seamless integration via the integration capability of BTP. Similar to data to value feature. For example, let's suppose that BTP has the HANA database, right? You are doing a lot of deployment of your application data on your HANA database or any other database, right? So now with the help of this data to value feature, you are making sure that your data are creating a value to your customers. And how you can create a value? By creating an advanced insights. And how you can create advanced insights? Using BTP tools like you can say SAP Analytics Cloud, okay, SAP BW for HANA, and a lot of you can say dashboards platform which are related to data to value. Now, similarly, extensibility. If you want to extend your SAP on-premise or cloud SAP S4HANA cloud feature on BTP, then you want continuous and rapid innovation, then you can use the extensibility feature of business technology platform. Let's go and see more details on BTP. So first of all, the database and data management. And if you see here, what are the database and data management tools which are related with BTP? One is SAP HANA, which is a flagship database for SAP system. Similarly, SAP HANA Cloud, which is a cloud version, data intelligence, master data governance, and adaptive server enterprise. It's come to analytics. I will say SAP Analytics Cloud is a flagship, then SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, SAP Business Object BI, SAP Business Planning and Consolidation, and SAP BW for HANA. Now, if I come to app development and integration, I can say SAP Integration Suite, SAP Extension Suite, and SAP Process Orchestration, which was previously PIPO model. And then come to the intelligent technologies, which we are going to leverage here, like SAP Intelligent Robotics Process Automation, which is also a part of our current curriculum. Remember that. Conversational AI, like chatbots, Internet of Things, AI services, and SAP RUM. Okay, so before you are able to see my BTP cockpit.
Yes.
So
Yes, Abel.
once you come to this URL, right, you will go to the BTP cockpit. So you have to do some registration. So if I will come here, right, if I say hana.ondemand.com, you can also come here very simply. Okay, I can also, and once you come here, right, you have to just go and tell register. So I can also give you that tool. Okay, so I can also give you that chat link that also you can try. Okay, anyway. And once you come here, right, you have to register it. So once you go and register it, you have to do some more stuff, like you have to give your email address, and then you have to register it, and you will get a P number. Okay, for P user, you will get a P number, you will get an email address, and once you registered it, then you can come here and then you can log into your BTP trial account using the email ID and password. So please save that password and email ID very much, because that is most important. Once you come to the BTP trial, you will have to just go to this part, go to your trial account once you log in, and then you will see some stuff here. Okay, don't get so overwhelmed. We will explain everything here, whatever you are seeing here. Okay, don't worry about that. What is global account, sub account? We will learn everything. But right now, just get a feel at least. Okay, just get a hang on it. Okay, and once you come here, you can just go and explore your sub account. So basically, it will the booster will run and it will help you to start everything out of the box. So don't worry, we will give you 15 minutes time, and for any issue, I will support you. Don't worry. And but you just have to log in. When I will tell, then only you will start. So don't need to do it right now. Okay, clear? Okay. So are you able to see my PPT now?
Yes, Abel.
So now let's see what is extension suite and integration suite, which are the multi-cloud foundations for BTP, right? What exactly they are trying to achieve here. So if you see the extensions, extension, what is it? That you are extending some system. For example, if I want to extend the on-premise systems on the cloud, then I can use the extension suite and I can bring the data from RCP on-premise to the cloud or cloud to on-premise, and then I can use the BTP platform to leverage that. If I want to use integration suite, what does that mean? That I am extending, I am integrating this SAP and non-SAP cloud system with SAP and on non-SAP on-premise system. So with those extension integration, you are doing two things. One is that you are extending your capability of on-premise to the BTP, and with the help of integration, you are integrating those capability on the BTP. So both enhancing and integration can be achieved by these two technologies. Now let's understand what is integration suite. So integration suite, as you know, is an integration platform as a service. So what is platform as a service? We will deal with later. What is SaaS? What is PaaS? But you remember that there are three phases of software infrastructure. One is the infrastructure as a service, so which provides infrastructure only. Okay. So infrastructure, like for example, Amazon, Google Cloud, is can be an infrastructure as a service. Platform as a service means that you don't need to worry about the infrastructure. Everything has been pre-built and you just have a very good ready-made platform to work on it, like BTP. Okay, and on top of platform as a service, you will have a SaaS, which is known as a software as a service. where you can just develop the SaaS application directly on BTP. You don't need to worry about platform or infrastructure. Directly deploy the application on the SaaS, and then consumer can directly consume the SaaS. Can any of you give me one example of the SaaS application which you have seen in your real life and which you are also accessing?
Success factor is a sales application.
Sorry.
Success factor is a sales
Yes,
application.
yes. Success factor is also, you can say. Any other? For example, Gmail. Gmail is also the SaaS service, right? So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to worry about the infrastructure. Everything is provided. Okay, so what this integration suite stack is serves as an integration platform as a service, enabling the seamless integration of on-premise and cloud-based application and process. So basically, it facilitates connection through tools and pre-existing content under SAP management. So what are the application integration capability of integration suite? For example, you can develop an AI cloud enable and hybrid integration between those technologies. You can publish, design, and manage your own APIs. You can create your own harmonized third-party cloud application integration. Okay. You can also utilize pre-built integration capability by both SAP or managed by SAP. Okay. Now there is another term which I've written, SAP Event Mesh. So SAP Event Mesh is basically an event-driven communication. So what does that mean by event-driven communication here? For example, if you have two systems, one, let's suppose I can tell you one, let's suppose one system is ECC, one system is S4, and one system is BTP. Okay, your application maybe, for example, there is one application which is here. Now in ECC, whenever something business partner is getting changed, the event is coming here and is coming to your BTP. Okay. And whenever something is changing in S4, some event is coming and it is coming to the BTP. So any change in your business object, like your material is getting created, a business partner is getting created, purchase order is getting created, anything is getting created, automatically you are sending an event and informing the BTP via the event. So one event will get triggered and it will come here on the BTP. This type of driven communication is a part of integration suite and it is also known as SAP Event Mesh driven communication. Let's go and see one more, you can say, in-depth system details. For example, if you see here, what are the SAP systems which are related here? So if you see here, success factors in S4HANA, C4HANA, Field Glass, Concur, Ariba, Qualtrics, MDG. Okay, and if you come here, these are the third-party system also which can be integrated. We will see in our curriculum how we can integrate into third-party system like Slack, Twitters, you can say all those channels, Stripe, everything we will have a look tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, but when we come to integration suite. And then you can see here, right, how this integration suite are using this capability. For example, API Business Hub. We will see what is API Business Hub later, okay? Well, how so in API Business Hub, you will see lot of pre-built content which SAP has already published it out, okay, which you can leverage it. Similarly, SAP Graph, okay. Similarly, API management. Similarly, integration advisor. Similarly, cloud integration. Similarly, data intelligence, enterprise messaging, which is event mesh, okay, open connector, serverless runtime. And if you see here beneath, right, these are all the infrastructure which has been provided, okay, like Azure, AWS, Alibaba, SAP Managed Cloud. So all these things help cover the whole integration suite platforms. Clear with this diagram? Any question you have here? Now come to another concept called SAP Extension Suite. Now, SAP Extension Suite is focusing on the tools and services that support the development and extension of application. Okay, like for example, you want to extend your SAP systems like S4HANA or ECC on bring the data on the BTP, then you need a suite called Extension Suite. Okay, what this extension suite and the tools are, for example, you have application development tools like tools and framework to develop those custom application or extending existing one. Extension service also contains few integration services as well, like API management, okay, like few of the C, because it also because you cannot do extension if you don't do integration. So extension integration, you can say both are a twin brothers or a brothers and sisters, which help them to complete the whole SAP BTP story. Okay. For example, if you see this diagram, what does that mean? So if you see here, you have an SAP solution, which is SAP S/4HANA. You are an ABAP developer doing all those classic extensibility, which is okay, fine. All the ABAP code which you're going to write here, you are going to write inside it, ABAP programming model. But here, what I'm going to do here, that I'm not going to write ABAP programming very much. I'm going to bring all the data using the secured connectivity on my BTP. And in BTP, I'm going to develop those custom applications side by side using the multiple extensibility feature like BTP ABAP environment, like RAP, SAP BTP Cloud Foundry environment using CAP, SAP BTP Schema environment using CAP, or SAP Build, which is a no-code tool. Okay, so what exactly we are achieving it by doing this? So if you see here, we are not going to write much code here in that section. So we are bringing all the data. So your SAP solution will remain clean. And that is why the whole term lies. Keep your core clean. Okay. So this is your core solution, SAP system, which you have purchased from SAP, very costly, and you don't want to make it bad, right? So you can only do bad if you do a lot of extension in using a BAP, lot of enhancement. So instead, you can bring all those data from your code to the BTP, okay, and make the feature of keep the code clean. Using this extensibility feature, you can make sure that your data are very much optimal and up to date. There are multiple tools which are related, like you can say we will see what is a SAP Business Application Studio, what is Visual Studio Code. We will also see CAP, which is what is the purpose of CAP, what is CAP, and this RAP. So CAP is mostly used for programming language like Node.js and Java and Python. And RESTful ABAP programming model RAP is only used for development extension application using ABAP. Okay, and then if you see here, you have a multiple runtime like schema runtimes. We will understand what is schema, serverless application, and ABAP runtime. Do you have any question on that? Any
Ravi,
question?
we are unable to hear you.
Sorry.
No, my question was, if we are going for BTP and we are duplicating the data, are we increasing the uh, data maintenance because of this?
Ravi, can you be a little bit louder a bit?
Because we are moving the data from S/4HANA to BTP. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So are we duplicating the data and we are increasing the data maintenance? And
No, we are not. Yes, yes, yes. So we are not duplicating the data. Okay, first of all, we are bringing the data from on-premise to BTP. Okay, that doesn't mean that we are duplicating, because duplication will come for when you say something is duplicated, that it is on the same system, right? Okay, in the same system it is A and B, then you can say it is duplicate. We are bringing the data, we are extracting the data from one platform to directly another platform, and there only we are doing all those modification of the data. And that doesn't mean that we are doing the maintenance. We are only saving the core SAP system. So for example, if you have to do any changes on your functionality, on your you can say process, and if you do those changes on your on-premise using the ABAP, which you can of course do it. Okay, but there are a lot of limitation. First limitation is that you cannot integrate with any third-party application much securely. You cannot leverage many of the AI capability feature, which you cannot do it. Okay, which you can overcome by the BTP. But the most important thing is that you are not ending up doing a lot of changes on the on the S4 system or SCC system, because S4 license is very costly, and if customers doesn't take care of that, right, it will end up doing lot of enhancement, which is not at all a very good for the system. So at the end of the era, when you have do lot of system changes, then your whole code will become very bad to go on for the maintenance. And that is why they will bring all those steps to the BTP to make sure your on-premise system remain clean. And then you can do all those extension. And when you don't need that application, you can anytime remove it without impacting anything on S4 system. I hope you are clear, right? Clear or not
Yeah, that's fine.
clear? Perfect, perfect. So now you all have up you can let me just share my screen again. Okay, so now let's come to your question now. So if you see what are extensions, so you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
So as I told, right, extension are enhancement without impairing the existing system functionality. Okay, just remember, just imagine that you have bought a new car. Okay, bought a new car like white color car. You have taken some Creta car from Hyundai, and you are very happy with that car. Okay, and now you're telling that, hey, what I'm going to do, I will do some in-app extension. What in-app extension you will do there? For example, if I will in my Creta card, I will for luggage, I will put some trolley above my head so that I can bring some luggage. This is a white color. I cannot because I have to use lot of luggage, right? So I will change the wheelbase. Something you can do it. Okay, maybe something you can also do coloring just to fulfill this functionality. Okay, you can make this stronger. Something you can do. So if you see here, right, at the end of the day, your car will look very bad. Correct? This is not in the original shape, right? If you bring the car, correct? Now, just imagine a side-by-side extensibility. If your only motto is to get some luggage here, right, for some ride, why can't you bring some pulley here and bring all your load here and then attach to your car, take it to your places, and then once you don't need it, remove that pulley. So your call will always be remove original, right? In this case, and you whenever your job is done, you remove that pulley. So what you are doing, using extensibility, you are extending your functional scope. You don't want here, you are basically extending your functional scope and making sure that your whole system are not getting overhead. Okay, your system will remain what it is, and you are making sure that your whole end-to-end life cycle of your system goes perfectly fine whenever you want. Okay, so basically you are doing anything without negative impact on your legacy system operation and upgrades. I hope this is
Hello,
clear, right?
hello. I have a question. What if we upgrade? Because sometimes we do upgrade in the S/4HANA, right? So in that case, what happened to the side-by-side extensibility?
No, it will never impact anything. So because if, whenever you do upgrade, right, it will always do everything here. Okay, it will
Hmm.
always do everything, and this is in the BTP.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever you do upgrade us, or whatever you do upgrade feature, right? But you remember, right? When you do upgrade, your all your enhancement, implicit enhancement feature will go off. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, but this will never be the case of side-by-side extension. So your upgrade feature will be whenever you want to do, you do upgrade without any hesitation. But this feature will remain with there because you are never touching this feature here. Correct, right?
But I'm talking about the connection. You see the red color that connecting the side-by-side extensibility with the car.
Upgrade will never do any impact on that connection. Whenever you do upgrade doesn't do the upgradation of the connection. Okay, connection is done by the API. The API which is integrated in S4 system. For example, or if you want to integrate business partner details, so you just do API business partner, which is the API. You just integrate it. So if you do any upgrade also, this will never get impacted. This is the universal API, which is a single source of truth. It will never get impacted. Upgrade will do the other stuff, but it will never change your connectivity functionality. Okay, and even though, let's suppose sometimes your S4 system is down, your connectivity goes off, but your extension will always be there, right? So you can anytime when your connectivity go up, you can anytime do this red color integration anytime. What is the matter here?
Any
Understood?
simple use case of side by side
If anybody is speaking, I am really not able to hear you.
any simple use case of side by side
Okay, I
extension
guess not here.
in a scenario?
I'm not able to hear you. Somebody is hearing?
Yes, this is very
Shankar Ravi, right? Ravi, I'm not able to hear you, honestly speaking. Your sound was much better last time you speak, but now it's very fickle. Anything you want to speak, you can please speak up, Shravi, before I move to the next section. That's fine. If not, you can also type it out, and this is very people, so you can also please type it out. I will try to answer it. Okay, so you understood it. What is side by side? What is in-app modifications? And with all your question, if you have any question again on this concept, you can anytime raise right now as well. Okay, let's see the tools which has been related with this concept. What are the tools of extension suite? Okay, so if you see here, SAP and third-party system, we have three phases. One is the digital experience, digital process automation, and digital efficiency. So if you come to the digital experience, it's a user experience which you're going to get on SAP BTP, like SAP mobile services, Launchpad services, Fury, Workzone, and conversational APIs. These are the mostly the UX part, you can say. Okay? UX, UI. So if you come to digital process automation, these are automation aspect like workflow management, IRPA, live process content and process management. These are used to automate all your business process in BTP. And this is a development efficiency like business application studio, low code tools, programming models, DevOps, and event mesh. This helps you to achieve your whole development efficiency, like how you can develop your application, what is the framework you can use to develop your application. And with this way, you can help to make sure that whole your process works perfectly fine. Clear? Do you have any question? No, Abhishek. Okay, perfectly fine. So, any of you don't have any question, you can please pick up right now. Okay, so I will show you one of the example of the side-by-side extension. Let me share again. And if you see here, right, this example, okay, what exactly how the application are integrated on BTP, right? This is the example. Okay, for example, let's imagine that you have an S4 HANA system. I told you, right? The API. You were asking that what happened to my upgrade. Upgrade doesn't change the business object or API. Okay. For example, if you have a scenario that you want to expose business partner detail on BTP and you want to derive some scenario, then you can use this stuff with the help of Cloud Connector. You can bring those API into the BTP. Okay, and you can see here with the help of BTP services like connectivity and destination, you can. This is a CAP-based application which is and which is consuming your data from S4 system. Similarly, if you want to do some event communication, like a business partner when created or change, you want to bring the data also using event mesh. So this also you can bring the data, then get consumed by CAP. Okay, these are the end user, and you can see here your end user access your application using the launchpad and HTML5 repository. Okay, like this. And if you see more closely, then you can see here that you can use multiple services like alert notification, hyperscaler, application logging, HANA Cloud, but these are totally different things. For authorization, you can see here that how you can authorize that. You don't want everyone to access the application, right? So you can see here you can use authorization and trust management, which is linked with your identity provider, which can directly access only your application. I hope you understood this diagram, right, on a high level. You can still see for 1 or 2 minutes very carefully.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, see, what I'm saying in S4HANA, what are the enhancements which we are going to do? Now we are going to do it in BTP, right? And side by side.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
okay, if I put some enhancement, now I'm putting it in BTP, right? So if I run a transaction in S4HANA, how will that enhancement come over here? Because that enhancement is in BTP, right? So how will
That
that
is.
enhance?
Hmm. So the question is that why you want to run transaction on S4 system? That is the whole
Oh,
concept, arise, right?
oh,
You
okay,
don't need to do anything on S4 system. So you cannot give S4 HANA access to any third party system, right? But you can
okay,
give this application access to third party system.
got it,
Why this person has to go and log into your S4 HANA? This is a very secure system, right?
right.
So here, don't you have to come out of your mind now, okay? Now don't stick to S400 that I have to learn material for. Let's suppose I have to create material, then I have to create MM0 transaction here. Then only I can create. Why you need that? No, I will create an application here. In my application, I
Yes.
will pass some input parameter here. One mobile application will be there. They can fill all the material detail from a mobile application, and once they say click on button that create material, then automatically this will get created in S4HANA using the API.
Okay, got it, got it, got it.
And I can give this access to any other business user, right? Whenever I want. And if I don't need this application, I can simply delete it. Okay,
Hmm.
without impacting my S4 system. And why I need to run
Hmm.
transaction here? So the whole transaction story will get decreased, right? I'm not saying over. Okay, the over is totally not a very good because you cannot achieve everything by side-by-side extension. Remember that. So BTP is going to help you, not replace that. Okay, remember that. It's not saying that ABAP will be to get replaced by BTP. No, they can never be. There are some still functionality which has to be done by ABAP, or there are still some kind of functionality which has to be enhanced and work on the on-premise system rather than cloud. But cloud can help you to reduce a lot of burden which you are doing right now on on-premise.
So I being a SAP ABAPer, so what is my thing in learning BTP?
What is?
Because I'm SAP developer, right? So if I'm
Hmm.
learning SAP BTP, so how will it enhance my career or my thing?
Okay, just imagine that the world is going very fast, right? You have seen that all the AI feature and everything is a lot of things are here. Just imagine that if the customer are using your SAP system, right?
Mm,
They are not only will use your SAP boxes everywhere. They cannot carry your SAP boxes everywhere, right? By
right,
using
right,
VPN to connect with your SAP system. For
right.
accessing SAP for HANA, what you need to do? You need to have VPN. You need to have a lot of capability, and then you have to write a SAP SE30 program to those not so much friendly UI. Okay, that
Right,
we should
right.
agree. Why we should do that? We have lot of AI features which are right now available in the market, which are ready to enhance customer productivity. Okay, and now if my customer wants a very quick response and quick solution, I have to go on a cloud application. Okay, in a
Mm.
secure and reliable way. So I can bring my data on the cloud application as a microservice so that my business user can do a very fast business process using all those artificial technology I can infuse. For example, if remember, let's suppose I want to do invoice processing. on my S4 system. Okay. What invoice processing do? Let's imagine a scenario that I have my invoice, a paper-based invoice. Okay. With the help of mobile phone, I can scan a camera. I can take the photo of the invoice automatically. With the help of BTP services for document extraction, I can extract the data using AI feature. And then I can API on S4HANA and I will use document posting on invoice without writing a single piece of ABAP code.
Okay.
And much faster, much more efficient, and much more user friendly.
Okay.
And when I don't need that feature, I can entirely remove it. Let's go. I will give you another example. You as a developer, what you guys do, you mostly use in implicit and explicit enhancement. You extend your business process a lot using sales order. What is the disadvantage you are doing? You are writing a lot of ABAP code and changing the standard functionality of SAP. Correct?
Right.
So now when you are changing a lot of SAP functionality, at the end of 10 years, when your 100 developer have changed a lot of functionality, you cannot go back and change to the original one. Imagine now if you have purchased a new house and if you have a lot of modification there in your house, did you feel your house will remain the same what it was buy back new? Never, right? So a new
Right.
product and already used lot of product is there is a lot of difference. So when you do a lot of changes on a standard business process, you have already lost the credibility of SAP. So your standard SAP code, you already done the lot of changes and which will going to impact you. Maybe it can be a positive impact, but you know why the every time most of you have, I don't know if because you have a very good experience, then you should understand that most of the go live of the customer of S4 system or EC system go fail, not so much successful. Most of the cases. You know why? Because you do a lot of extension, right? Because you end up doing messing up a lot of business process, a lot of the business process you impacted in the end. Sorry, I was just disconnected. Can you hear me right now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So that is my. So if you change the standard business process, what? Let me just share my screen first of all, and then I will explore to you that. Okay. Or maybe I can do it later. That's not needed right now. Okay. So if I share my screen, okay. So yeah. So you are all here, I guess. Correct? If I am correct, you are all here.
Yes,
Is anybody who is not here, by the way? Okay. So if you all are here, then it means that you have already learned how to create a global account and what is the global account. You have already gone through that details. Okay. Now, before we understand what is global account, we have to understand few things. Okay. So let me just come here and I will just let me just unshare first of all. Whiteboards tutorials. Okay, perfect. And I will just share my screen. So if you have come here, right, it means that you already knew what is global account and what exactly the global account is, what exactly the, you can say the concept of, you can say creation of the account. So like you have already gone to the SAP.com and then you have already seen that how with the help of SAP.com you have able to create few stuff. Okay. Now we will see few platform concept. Okay, the platform concept, like basic platform concept, we will see. Okay, so how the platform is actually divided. Okay, so remember that when you go and purchase an account from SAP, right, the first thing they will give is that they will give you the global account. And what is that global account? Is that the global account they will give to you, making sure that you have all the accounts related to that particular global quota. For example, if you are seeing here, right, you have the global account here, okay, which will get purchased when you buy it from the customer. Now, under one global account, you can create multiple sub account. Okay, so right now, if you can see, you have one sub account, right? I can create one more sub account. For example, let's suppose if I have to create sub account, I will click on sub account and I will create something called, you can say, test one, or maybe sub account one. Okay, or sub account two. I will select the region which I want to select. Suppose if I want to select in Singapore region, and I will create Singapore region means Singapore data center. So you can see here, right, I have my two sub account created. Okay, now how is the architecture is divided? So if you see the high level architecture directory, you can see here first is global account. Okay, under global account, what you have? Sub account, correct? If you want to make it more better, you can also see like this. See, this is your global account, correct? And under one global account, you have two sub account. I hope you understand this one, right? If you see here,
Yes, sir.
okay. So that is whole stuff. So that is what I wanted to say. That you have one global account when you can take it from your SAP. You purchase it from the license. You will get one quota of the global account, and this global account quota will help you to achieve those further step. Okay. Any question you can ask me before I go with the platform concept. Okay. So let's go to like a simple definitions of first of all. Okay. So let me just close it first of all. Close it here, and let me come to the sub account part, and let me just create a tile, and then if I will come, let's come. Let's first come to the say, global account part. What is global account? Global account. So global account, as I told, is a contract. It's basically a contract. Okay. Between whom? Your company, your company, and SAP. Okay. So you go to SAP and you will say, "Hey, I want a global account for you can say for developing some extension application, and I want one dedicated account so that I can manage with my customers and partner." So one global account they will SAP will give to you with all the required quota. You have to give them that quota. Okay, and then based on that they will create a global account. Okay, so global account will have few things like with the help of global account, what you can do. You can first of all you can manage sub accounts, which you right now you have seen that how you can create a sub account on different data center region, which is your wish. Okay. Second thing which they can do is that you have to manage the member, like whom you want to add, whom you want to remove, everything you can do. So basically, a global account admin, whoever will be right, they will be the manager of that account. Okay. Another thing they can do is that maybe you can say they will take care of all the entitlements. Entitlements means that all the services which has been assigned to your global account at home to distribute at this sub account level. Okay, they can do it from their side, and then they can also take charge of the quotas. Okay, quotas are basically the memory that how memory allocation they want to do. Okay, and based on that commercial model, they will try to create a account. Okay. Now, if I give you the maybe we can say diagram, a perfectly diagram picture. You can have a look like that. You have some BTP. So let's suppose example that you have this is BTP. This is BTP. And in BTP, what is first of all? Can anybody tell me? What is the first phase of the BTP? What is the first phase? What is which account is first one?
Global account.
Global account. Perfect. So you have a global account. And what the global account will be? Like you have the when you get global account, you will have account type, whether you have a commercial account or do you have a trial account. Okay. And then you will get some entitlement. Okay. Get some entitlement. Now under global account, what you will get? You can create lot of
Sub account.
sub account. And what a sub account will be. So sub account will have something. Okay, so let's go and explore this. So any sub account when you create, right, you will get some stuff like which region you are. Okay, which region you are. What are the required entitlement which is available? So if you see the entitlement, right, these are the entitlement, which is basically a global account. You can divide those entitlements. So basically, you will get all the entitlement here of the services. For example, you can see here, in this global account, I can access one HANA Cloud instance. I can one access one HANA Cloud. You can say schema instance. I can access service manager instance. I can access UI theme designer instance. I can access business application studio. So these are the services which is available for me in the sub account. Okay. And then inside the sub account, we will have a space. Okay. Inside the Cloud Foundry environment. Okay. So basically, we enable the Cloud Foundry environment. Inside the environment, we will have a space and where we can have one our own application. So we will have one application. You can see here one Hello World application is there. You can have the application, then who is the member? You can add a HANA Cloud is there and some application. You can do it from your side. And this application are being accessed by some platform business users. Okay. So now if I go and again revisit the diagram, so what is a sub account? First of all, it will have region, correct? Because sub account, it's not that all the sub account will have to be the same region. So you saw it, right? When we created a sub account, we have the liberty to choose the region, correct? Then you will have the environment that you can decide. For example, right now, if you have seen here, I have my sub account activated and I have activated the CloudFront environment. But I can also access the Schema environment. I can also access the ABAP environment. It's my wish, right? So you have your own wish in your sub account. You can access all these three at the same time. Okay, so you can see it, right? CloudFront environment, Schema environment. If I want, I can have a BAP environment, anything I can have. But whatever the quota is available, right? I can only that quota I can do, which is available inside the global account. Remember, okay? So I cannot extend. So let's suppose my global account, okay? So let's suppose you have this global account, right? You come to the global account. You have only this much entitlement. Okay. Let's suppose these are the only entitlement available to you in the global account. So that means that I have, let's suppose I have 4 Cloud Foundry runtime services. Okay, 4 services available for me. Now I have my 4 sub account I have created. Let's suppose I have created, let's suppose I have created 2 sub account. Okay. And let's suppose I have created 2 sub account. Okay. And I have consumed 2 memory quota here and 2 memory quota here. Total was 4. Okay. So now what is the remaining? So what is the remaining quota? So let's suppose the global account, your total memory quota allocated given by SAP was 4 units, for example, for any service. And right now you have 2 account in your sub account in the global account, right? So in the one global account, sub account, you have consumed 2 quota. And in the second global account, you have also consumed 2 quota. So total, how much quota you have consumed into the account?
Four. Four.
What is the remaining quota now?
Zero.
0. Now let's suppose if I create one more sub account and if I try to consume one more memory services, can I able to do?
No.
No, you cannot do. It will give you an error that you are running out of quota. So we can only consume that quota which is available to me in the global account, and that is why I have given you this link. Understood by this diagram?
Okay.
Any question here? No, right? And now inside the sub account, what will have? Can anybody tell me? Now, what is that inside the sub account? I showed you, right? So if you see here inside my sub account, what we have?
Space.
Spaces. Okay. So you can create multiple spaces into your sub account. So these are all inside the sub account. Okay. Now inside the space, what we will have? We will have services. So if you come to here, you can see all those services which I have created. You can see all those services. Okay. Okay. And then you can see all those application. Okay. And the tools which is related to it. Now, two important concepts. This is a platform and this is a application. Now there are two types of user. One is a platform user and one is a business user. Can anybody tell me who I will assign here and whom I should assign here? So whom I should assign here? Which user? Platform
Business
user or business user?
business users.
Are you
No,
sure?
platform user. Platform user.
Platform user, because they are going to in charge of all the platforms. So if you are a developer, you are basically a platform user. Okay. And your end client who is just accessing your application, he doesn't care about what is this, what is this, what is this, just need to access your application. They are the business users.
That means the platform user does all the announcement and everything, right?
Platform user take care of all your sub accounts, all accounts,
Okay.
space, development, everything. Okay.
Okay, good.
How can I know the memory allocated to the global account and sub
Yes.
account?
So yes. So when you come to the global account, right, you will first of all you will come to this service entity assignment. And if you come here, right, not the service assignment, if you come to global account level, you can see all those memory here. So for example, you just have to search for runtime. Runtime means memory. Okay. So you can see here you have memory plan, which is 4 unit.
Oh, unit.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And now at
Yes.
each sub account level, yes. So let me come back. So each sub account level, you can assign those memories. So how you can assign those memory? You have to come to the entitlement, and you can see here that if you come to edit, you can see those memories. So you can see those memory. Sorry for that. I have already assigned, so I don't need to assign. But you can see here, right? I have already assigned. So remaining global quota is 0. You can see here, right? 4 unit I've already assigned. Now, if I decrease my unit to 3, so what is my remaining global quota?
One. But
1,
you
correct?
have used the all the quota in the trial
Uh,
account. Then
hmm.
how can you able to create one more sub account?
Sub account doesn't consume the quota. That is what I'm saying. Sub account doesn't consume the quota. Okay.
You have to
Application
allocate
deployment
the
consume the memory. No. Application deployment consume the memory. So if you come here, right? If you see here, right? So this is my sub account. In the sub account, I have my cloud founded environment, and then you can see organization memory limit. These are the memory. And if you come here, right, creating of services, you can see this memory. So these are the memory which has been. So application consume your memory, not your services. Services and subscription will not consume any memory. Okay. Only your cloud founded runtime memory which your application is going to consume, or your HANA cloud which you create on an application layer will going to consume.
So if we create sub account, then we have to allocate it to the memory as well
Yes,
to
of
that
course.
sub account.
Then yes, of course. So for example, now if you see here in Singapore, right? If I want to consume the memory, for example, if I come to the entitlement, and if I will say that I wanted to see, there is no memory now. Okay, so because there is already four I've consumed, so now if I try to add, right? If I try to add now, okay, so I will say runtime, Cloud Foundry runtime, and can you see if I try to add here, add service plan, it should give me the okay. So one remaining quota is three. Okay, so let me try to do because I if this is allowed, then this is very good. Previously they don't used to allow. Let's save it. Oh, it's allowed. That's good. So you can also no, it's saving.
One unit you have to allow because global account consume three.
Wait. Yes, it's allowed to me because right now you can see here is a different region, right? So that's why it's allowed to me and it's a trial. But in a productive application, right, if you are working on the same, you can see differently. So right now, why it allowed to me? Because I have created into a separate same region. But in a productive environment, whenever you purchase it from some SAP licensee, right, you will get a defined quota that you cannot consume it out on your layer. Okay, so I'm telling you why. So let's suppose we come to here memory. So here you can see here my sub account assignment was 4 units, my remaining global quota was 0 unit. Okay, because but right now if you have seen here, right, I haven't consumed all the memory quota. So my memory quota was I mostly have consumed only one entitlement, and that is why when you come to sub account in the Singapore region, you can see here, you can see here if I do, you can see here that I'm still getting the four assignment here. Okay. So the concept here is that if you have different region, a sub account at a different region, okay, and if you have sub account on a different region but on the same platform, still the trial is allowing you to give the four remaining quota. But previously that was not the case, and also in the productive environment that is not the case. In the productive environment, how it works? That let's suppose if your global quota has the 4 unit, global quota has the 4 unit. Okay, and you can say, for example, you purchased it the 4 units from the SAP license, then you cannot consume more than 4 units from your sub account. So if your sub account has three sub account, you have already consumed two and two, four, you cannot consume it. But in the trial, they are allowing it, which is very good. So in the trial, I can see they are allowing it to create two more, four more on a separate region. Okay, any more question?
Okay, the thing is like the sub account. Is it like if I want a global account this under that I create three sub accounts. That means
Hmm.
under every sub account can I connect to all different S4 HANA database?
Yes, why not? So that is why I'm saying, right? So every space you can consume to separate HANA database. For example, if you come to the trial, right?
Okay,
If you come to trial, not every sub account, every space I'm telling as well. Okay.
okay, every quota.
So so if you come to just one space, for example, I come to one space, you can go and create one more HANA cloud. You can see HANA cloud.
Okay, I can
Okay,
connect to my back.
and you can create more HANA cloud. So you can see here I've created one more HANA cloud. So you can create multiple HANA cloud on a different on a same space and also on a different space as well. Okay, but
Mm.
yeah, it's depend upon you how much memory you want to consume and cost you want to incur.
Okay, so I want to ask, so this which we are connecting, this will connect with the dev server, right? So because
Yes,
everything dev, and how we are going to move to quality and the production?
there is no thing that quality and production that you have to move. There is a in quality and production you have to set up a separate infrastructure like for DB and everything. But there are two ways you can move. Either you there is a concept called DevOps, okay, development operations, where using the CI/CD pipeline you can move
Mm.
your all your application directly to the quality and production, and that is will happen by the Git.
Okay.
Okay, it's not unlike the transport mechanism because there is also a transport mechanism called SAP transport tools are available, but they are not readily used or heavily used here in BTP. Although this feature is available. Okay, so you have seen here a few concept here that about this global account architecture. Similarly, you can see the region that you can deploy your application in different region. For example, if you have a region, okay, like let's suppose AWS 10 or EU 10, EU 10 or Japan 10, you can say. So these are all different region, okay, the data center. And you can deploy what you can do. You can deploy your application here. You can deploy your services here. You can deploy your separate HANA cloud, I mean data here. Okay, separate environment, yeah, I mean HANA Cloud environment, Kima environment, cluster, infrastructure, everything you can do on a separate region. Okay, so it is done by the region is set up by the partner, okay, like AWS, Google, GCP, or Alibaba. They used to help us in the creation of the environment. Okay. Okay. The last thing is I wanted to understand to you by what do you mean by the environment. So basically, there are three environment. I mean, there are at least four environment previously. One is a Cloud Foundry environment. Cloud Foundry environment. Second one is an ABAP environment. Third one is a Kima environment. Okay, and the fourth one is a new environment. I will bring this ABAP environment first of all here, okay, because then only is defined better to Kima. So I will bring ABAP first, and then I will
Okay.
say
Can we connect to SAP ECC also, or only S/4HANA is allowed?
you can connect SAP ECC, S4, SuccessFactor, anything which is available in this whole planet. That doesn't matter as long as it supports integration, which ECC
Okay.
does. Okay, so you can integrate BAPI, RFC also with your BTP. No need to have an API
Okay.
as well. So BAPI is supported in ECC, right?
Hmm.
So you can bring your BAPI data also in your BTP. Okay, so can anybody tell me what is a BAP environment? So ABAP environment is mostly used for the purposes where you want to do an extensions using ABAP programming model like RAP. Okay, so basically RESTful ABAP programming model is heavily used here to if you want to create any extension on ABAP programming model. The flavor is that you can deploy your application on BTP, but you need to have an ABAP language which is prerequisite to deploy the code. Only demerit is that you can only bring S4 HANA or ECC integrate, not ECC, but only S4 HANA using ABAP program because RAP only support on S4 HANA. Okay, not ECC. Clear? Now coming to the Cloud Foundry environment. Cloud Foundry is basically an open source. What do you mean open source? That is available to everyone, whether you are an SAP or SAP people. If you will come here, right, you will if you just type Cloud Foundry, you will see the detail here. Cloud Foundry. Cloud Foundry. If you just search, right, the Cloud Foundry. Cloud Foundry, you can see here. Okay, so Cloud Foundry, we will go through that. What is Cloud Foundry? All this data. But can you see here this one? Cloudfoundry.org.
Yes, sir.
So I can also bring here. Oh, sorry. So if you see here, cloudfoundry.org, it means that it helps to develop the cloud native application on BTP. Now, this Cloud Foundry, right? What is the advantage is that first of all, it is an open source. It is an open source. Second is that you can deploy your application either in any of your language, your choice, like Node.js, Java, Python, okay, Python, okay, and they have a separate, like you can say, cluster where you can deploy your application. Same memory space is an open source, and you can integrate any application of your choice, whether you want ECC, S4, you can say SuccessFactor, you can say Microsoft system or a Google system, any system in the planet, any non-SAP system, anything which supports integration, they can be easily integrated with Cloud Foundry environment. And that is the advantage of it. Now, what about
So we
Kima?
cannot use ABAP.
Schema is,
ABAP code here.
sorry, no. Here we cannot use a web programming model. Okay,
Okay.
here we can only use Java, Node.js, Python. Okay, but in Schema is also everything is same, that you can also use Java, Node.js, Python. It's also it's an also open source. But Schema is basically working on also on Kubernetes. Kubernetes is the powerful technology that you can learn with that. But Schema is very powerful, okay, in that because it has a choice whether you want to choose CF or Schema. Both are same. There is not much difference in the way we develop. But the only difference is that the CF and Schema is that, let's suppose if you want to develop a SAP BTP Tutorials application, then you can use Cloud Foundry. Okay, if you have a very high scale application, like suppose you want to build an application like Disney Hotstar, where you are going to see millions and millions of people on some live cricket match. If there is so much of user you want to you can say lined up in your application, then that preferable choice is to develop this on a schema, because schema create a separate pod for each of the scalable and managed application, and that is why Kubernetes is more superior. But for normal application, Cloud Foundry is the most preferred choice because it is first of all less costly and it is highly efficient. Okay, so in this section, in this course content, we will be delving into Cloud Foundry. We will see what is Cloud Foundry, how we can develop application on Cloud Foundry. We will go with that flow. Okay. Now, before this ABAP, CF, and Kima was there, right? Previously, there was Neo was there. Have you ever heard about this Neo term before?
What?
No
Which one?
idea.
Can you come again?
Have you ever heard about this fourth environment before Neo, which is going to be deprecated very soon? So Neo environment, so Cloud Foundry was a successor of the Neo. So Neo was very old right now. Okay, it's going to be deprecated very soon. Migration is going on. But Neo was another environment where you can develop an HTML5 application using only Java. Remember, only Java. So you can develop SAP HANA extended application or HTML5 application using Java only. Okay, although you can develop a UI5 using UI5, you can reach interface the web application, but you can use only Java to create an HTML5 application.